What is the weirdest thing you are, or saw someone addicted to? 1. My roommate in college was addicted to hair. She collected hair and made hair people. She would use the community vacuum cleaner, take out the hair, wash it, and then create these people. She would also go to salons asking for cut hair for her family's garden, then proceed to make more hair people. She had hundreds of them, complete with names and stories about them. I kept my hairbrush locked up after she cleaned it out the first time. 2. I used to work with a girl who would just chug liters of strawberry milk. Every time I went to the toilet after her, it stank of milk. She was eventually diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and gave up the milk. Briefly. 3. My first ever girlfriend was genuinely addicted to Coca-Cola, self-admitted. She would have a glass as soon as she woke up and drink it all day. The 1 or 2 times I was there when her family ran out of it, she was irritable, anxious, and so grumpy until she got to the store to buy more. Strangely, it wasn't even the caffeine or sugar she was addicted to. Having a coffee or a different type of soda wasn't enough to ease her withdrawal symptoms. 4. Eating markers. Like, the whole tube inside the casing. I told his mother, and her reply was, "Oh, he's doing it again." I was like, "Again? Toxic ink? I don't mean licking it. I mean chewing black ink and saliva and swallowing the ink-soaked sponge." I've also seen someone brew tea straight from the kettle on a stove, bubbling, and pour it straight down their throat. 5. My best friend used to eat fabric softener in high school. She kept bottles of it hidden around her room so she could have a taste whenever the mood struck her. I love her, but she's a strange one. 6. Rocket League. A guy in his 20s played up to 8 hours a day. He used to be super social but became a hermit for about 7 years. He'd pretend to be sick at work so he could play for 3 days straight. Lost his whole social life. Spent every New Year's Eve during those years sitting in a dark room with the windows covered, playing that game. We tried to get him to stop, but it never worked. 7. I used to be obsessed with chewing on ice. I'd bring a cup full of crushed ice with me everywhere. When I went to the beach, I'd just bring a bag of ice from the gas station and sit there eating it. I stopped for ages but became temporarily obsessed again during one of my pregnancies. I was checked for vitamin deficiencies both times, but nothing came up. 8. I had a good friend in high school who had asthma. He'd take a puff off his inhaler all day long. We'd be talking, and he'd casually whip it out whenever and take some. A couple of years after we graduated, he went to bed one night and never woke up. 9. I had a good friend who was obsessed with making himself pass out. He would ball up his fists and press them into the sides of his neck to cut off the flow until he passed out, the same way a sleeper hold works. He had a whole routine where he'd set up in an office chair in his bedroom at night with drinks and snacks and spend hours doing it over and over. He did it so much he had permanent bruises on the sides of his neck, and he'd always have to make up excuses for them. He said it felt good when you did it, but if you kept at it for a while, it would make you loopy. 10. I used to be addicted to Candy Crush back in the day. After running out of the 5 lives, I couldn't wait for them to refill, so I'd forward the clock on my phone just to keep playing. By the time I stopped, my phone was set to the year 2030.